lining up to send this one away.
Good move.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. North Texas takes possession. The Mean Green offense will return to the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board.
Big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
Pocket starts to collapse. And
No,
the pressure
all right
gets
now.
there. And down he goes at the 18. North Texas will have to punt it away.
In a second, watch your shot, not get you stuck in a minute.
They hope the punt can bail them out.
You're going to have to wait.
Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. He'll start this drive firing. He's got an open man. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32. It's great to send that blitz and get the heat on the quarterback, but you might need a little help on the backside with this guy.
Yeah, because now you're putting your guy in man-to-man situation against an elite receiver, and that's a tough battle to win. But you got to take those chances. You got to be aggressive. The offense won that one. At least it wasn't a huge game-changing play.
The Buffaloes have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Back to throw, it's McNamara. And he's got it! Touchdown, Colorado!
This quarterback really does a nice job seeing the field and reading coverage. And when you go empty and you spread the defense out, it's easier to see what the defense is doing.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point makes it 14-0. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they cap the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. North Texas sends the offense back onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. North Texas will kick it off to start things here in the second half.
Number 82, set to kick this one away.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He gets a block. He's on the loose. And there he goes. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Buffs.
What a way to seize momentum here. You start the second half, you take the first kick back to the house. Great blocking and an awesome job in the open field, making people miss and showing you the speed on that return. Wow.
And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21.
Yeah. You did not take it in.
They're lining up for the kickoff, and let's see if this return team can answer with a score of its own. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. North Texas takes possession. The Mean Green offense will return to the field. trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably score pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you've got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. They're trying to get to it, and they can't make the connection on third down.
Third and long situation. They tried to go screen. I think they were hoping it was going to be a big zone and they could get those offensive linemen down the field, but the defense sniffed it out, forcing the incompletion.
Slips through the line. And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. There have been few obstacles for this offense as they are starting to pull away here in the second half, Jesse.
And this has been a dream game for this play caller too, right? It's like anything that he's calling is working flawlessly.
Yeah, it's fun to be the offensive coordinator, but not the defensive coordinator. They have had no answers. It's been an absolutely miserable day trying to solve the riddle of this offense.
Grabbed behind the line. It's Bentley. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first
Girl,
down.
you just crying.
Wants to throw on first down. Unloads to the wideout. They've avoided the interception all day, but they're lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Quarterback checking off. To throw, it's McNamara. Looking left. And it falls incomplete, and the offense is lucky to have it. Defender right there almost had it in his grasp. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Buffaloes! And the route is on.
How about the offense? They spread them out. Everybody spread wide. It's easier to read a defense when you do that. They find the matchup they want, and they get rewarded with the score.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point makes it 28-0. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
Colorado, North Texas, 0.
He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. North Texas sends the offense back onto the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here, Tom.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
They'll run the RPO and throw it right. And the defense coming with bad intentions. They knock him down for a loss.
Well, that receiver's looking at his teammates like, guys, what's up? You're not going to block for me on the screen? Seriously? I mean, I just lost yards on a screenplay. How does that happen?
That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, Colorado 28, North Texas 0.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Coming after him. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man. Doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on, and now just throw another sack in the equation, hitting the quarterback, being disruptive. They've been all over the field.
And the DB right with him to knock it away.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
Downfield and incomplete. The defense holds.
Offensively, this is a beautiful time now because now I get to get all my other guys in the game. Guys that don't get to play that much. We're up. This game's over after that missed fourth down.
And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me or I should get concerned because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. North Texas takes possession. The Mean Green offense will return to the field. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, Reese, to go back when they watch this game and just find the...
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
And, man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really gives your coach confidence and it makes you want to believe in them. This offense has a lot of work to do before their next football game.
And that's just a flat misfire, not even close to his receiver.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game.
North Texas will have to punt it away. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today, too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and to keep trying to score points? Because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or do they just run this clock and say, all right,
throw into the end zone, and it's picked off. And with that turnover, we come to the close of this game. This is what an elite team does. They know they're better. They go out. They take the figurative sledgehammer and hit them right between the eyes.
And they just look good in every phase of the game. If I'm on the coaching staff, I don't know what you could ask for your guys to do better. I think the challenge now for this team is going out next week and trying to play with the same type of intensity and the same level of execution.
Well, Jesse, it's easy to look good on the field when you look that good in your uni. Like when you look that good coming off the bus. Those dudes are good. This is a great team, and they proved it. Just domination from start to finish.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football. Terrapins will kick it off to get us underway. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. The Terrapins offense will get the first swing of the game. There he is, the man who makes everything go, and they believe they're going to score every time they touch it when he's on the field, Jesse.
He plays with unbelievable confidence, Reese. Always knows where to go with the football. The entire playbook is at this guy's disposal.
Yeah, which is so much fun for a coach. So much fun to play with him. A guy that can do everything. Everybody on the field is active in a way.
That's the way to start a drive. Now they'll snap it just shy of midfield. Finds his man. It's Taylor. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. Line getting set on second down. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for loss.
Ball's at the 47. They're looking at a third down and short. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. And it's incomplete. The long pass on fourth down is to no avail. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. Give to the running back. There's a live football. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
And, man, you know this guy dreamed of starting this game off right and running the football and positive and being the guy throughout the day, not coughing it up on the first carry. Going to have some resilience because he's going to get more totes, and he's got to make sure he's ready for it.
And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. You get that turnover and you try to punch them hard immediately on the first play, and they come up with a big gain.
And when the defense is running on the field, you are thinking sudden change, sudden change. When they create a turnover, a lot of times offenses want to be aggressive. They were, and they get rewarded.
And that's why these guys played defense. If that were an offensive player or receiver, that would have easily have been a catch. Come on, man. You've got to catch that and make that a pick.
Caught over the middle. It's Taylor. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. They'll use the running game on first and goal. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know, not a lot of space down here on the goal line when you're trying to run the football. You might want to think about going to the perimeter or maybe throwing it next time.
Looking for a man. It's McNamara. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there. Third and goal from way back there. From the gun, wants to pass. Lets it fly. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line. Now on fourth down, they'll try to come away with 3. Oh, that one will leave a mark. No good. And guys, after the miss, no change in the score.
Well, everybody in the stadium thought that was an automatic 3. Not so fast. Bad miss by the kicker.
Maryland has the ball back in the Terrapin offense ready to go. Last time they had it, they put it on the deck. The football was not riveted to their rib cage, Jesse.
Need 5 points of pressure moving forward. No.
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
Brings up second down.
Dealing with a 2nd and 10 from the 20. The corners are walked up tight. He wants to throw here on 2nd down. And he dropped it, just didn't look the thing all the way in.
hopefully that's not going to affect the quarterback's confidence going back to this guy later. That was a catch he should have made. He dropped it. Let's see what the QB does moving forward.
Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
That's the end of the first quarter with the game scoreless.
And the Terrapins will punt this one away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. So from the shadow of his goalpost, he gets the punt away. He'll bring it back. It's Bradley. They were playing with fire on that return, and he got loose for a good return of better than 30 yards. Guys, sometimes they call this hidden yardage, and the punt return man set them up with a first and goal. On the option, he'll toss it. And there's going to be a loss on that play, just run out of bounds and avoiding the contact. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. To the air, it's McNamara. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there. Third and goal coming up here. He's looking downfield to throw. They're bringing heat. Another incompletion on third down. And they'll send out the kicker to try a field goal.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're third and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion. Well, that's one the kicker would like to have back. You're trying to break this scoreless tie. Instead, you knock it off the post.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. He tried to find some running room, but they get him stopped. Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. Off the play fake. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover. That is just what the doctor ordered for any offense to start a drive, first and goal. Use the play fake, now to throw. Looking for space to the left. Broken up, incomplete, and nearly intercepted in the end zone. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Looking to pass on second down. Lets it go to the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Maryland!
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. They got the ball in great field position, and bam, bam, 2 plays and into the end zone. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone, it's Pearson. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, and so this defense now is juiced. They're excited and ready to go. So this offense, David, they've got to get something going.
Yeah, those turnovers can be contagious, man. They get you excited, and then when your offense takes it down the field and does something with it, this offense better be ready to play against a motivated defense.
The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. They'll snap it from the 26 on first down. He's looking to throw it. Getting some heat. And they got him. He'll get him down for the sack.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency that...
Fires and picked off. And the offense makes the tackle in frustration after the interception. Drive comes up empty, and it's a turnover.
I'll tell you what, when you come out of your own end zone, you know, in the shadow of your own end zone, a lot of bad things can happen. You want to kind of get a few first downs, get some space. So if you punt after that point, you can pin them a little bit deep. This is the exact opposite of what happened. Now you set them up in beautiful scoring field position already. Really bad play by the offense.
He caught it, and he will score. Touchdown, Terrapins!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Maryland has the ball back, and the Terrapin offense ready to go. Running out of time here in the first half, and they do have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best players and get them the football on this drive. You're down in the game. There's obviously a lot of football left, David, but on this drive, in this 2-minute situation, best players got to touch the ball.
And this could get into pressing mode, right? Like you go into the half down a couple of scores.
And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they built a lead.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. They'll try the run. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down.
At the 14-yard line. Now, 4th down. That's the end of the first half. With the score, Maryland 14.
The Terrapins will kick it off to start the second half.
Number 15 sets the kickoff.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. Down 2 possessions to start this 3rd quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one. Put your best plays together. Start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
He's going to pass on 2nd down. Shoots it to the left. Got his man. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. And the Terrapins want to pick up the tempo. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
Well, the defense knew coming into the second half here, they were going to have to crank up the pass rush, right? They've got the lead. They're going to be seeing this quarterback drop back. How can you affect him? You've got to win up front one-on-one and get home, and they did there on 3rd down.
It's like extreme bad to mute myself because my youngest was crying.
The 1st down sack pushes the ball back.
How nasty is
long,
you see
2nd
this,
down.
man? These motherfuckers do not have that defensive field you told me
He's
last time.
looking to throw. Quickly out to the tight end. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Trying to get rid of it. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd. The Terrapins will send out the punt unit.
If you want to, I'll return it for you. I did it earlier. Oh, I'm gone.
Running it back, it's Bradley. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. This drive will get underway from just inside the 35 at their own 34. Now on the counter. Still on his feet at the 45. What a good run there. He has enough for the first down. That's quite a start to a drive, and now they'll snap it from midfield. He'll come out throwing on first down. Looking to the big tight end. He makes the catch. Made a defender miss. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at him. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. Going to work on second down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. The toss sweep to the right. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. And the Terrapins trying to get a touchdown on first and goal. Trying to pound their way in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Maryland! The offense strikes again to extend its lead here in the second half.
And they got everything working. How great is this? You extend your lead. Now you get your defense back on the field. Great job taking it.
I'm the real Maryland.
Building on that.
Maryland.
And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
Ain't no return. Run it.
And no chance at a return. Here they'll start this drive at their own 25. Maryland has the ball back, and the Terrapin offense ready to go.
I'm doing the same plays on this nigga. I've been doing the same play.
Here, you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with this decision.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is...
And the ball's out, and they're after it. The defense grabs it, and they're going the other way. Touchdown, Terrapins! Not content to get the fumble, they scored with the fumble. The defense striking with a scoop and score touchdown.
Said my veins are cold.
Sometimes you just get that hit, the ball pops out.
Still getting smoke out of. Hey, I played my nephew. He kicked my ass yesterday. I'll admit this.
Defensive player, offensive
But
player.
I told him in the morning I wouldn't get off. He can get this work. You see, he ain't showing up. That boy's scared.
Lining up to add another.
I might have picked that.
And the extra point makes it 28-0. The kickoff team takes the field to boot this one away.
You better run it.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
I think he's doing the same play
Here
too.
comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. He's going to pass.
Oh,
Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
This defense has just been all over this guy all game long. Under pressure, they're finding a way to get to him and affect his rhythm. Of course, they have an interception in this game. That's why they've got a big lead here in the fourth quarter.
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
And it's simply been that kind of day for this offense. They've had so
play your
many
niggas
struggles, and at this
so I can
point
play
in the
them,
fourth
whoop
quarter,
them.
you're trailing by a ton of points. The defense knows you're throwing it, and they're pinning their ears back, and they're getting after you, as you saw it on that sack there.
4 sacks today. 4 sacks.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get
Yo,
off the
you
field
got a
on
mic,
third
buddy?
and long. Makes his connection.
Oh,
The pirouette gets him loose. And eventually taken down. But what about that spin move? Gives him the first down yardage.
man, that was a
Terrapins
clean
will
spin
snap it on
move.
first and 10.
It's clean.
He wants to throw. Got a man.
And as a defense, you're going to give
Getting a
up
little
plays.
bit
The
of
receiver's going to make nice catches, but it's
Getting
your
a little
job to
bit of
limit
yards.
the damage. Great job by the defense. As soon
I
as he
thought I
catches
was
the
doing
football,
trouble.
they get him on the ground. Don't allow any of those big plays after the catch.
They'll line up for a second down play. He's looking to throw. Feeling, and here's a fumble way behind the line. Oh, looks as if the defense got it. Oh, the big fella's gathering steam. Touchdown, Maryland! The defense takes matters into their own hands. What a play by the defense there. Loose football, country fumble, pick it up with room, scoop.
Hey, Wiz, this is sad. I do the same defense to the same person, mother.
Nobody around. I got to pick that puppy up and do some damage with it. Nice job seeing the situation, scooping it up, making a play.
He'll bring it out. It's Jackson. Pulled
That's a
down at
mistake
the
off of
18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Maryland has the ball back and the Terrapin offense ready to go. This has been an old-fashioned fanny paddling, David. I mean, they've just got taken behind the woodshed.
There's nothing to say. This has been an absolute beatdown. Dominated from the start, Jesse, to almost the finish now. They have done nothing right.
Everyone's going to have a real hard look at themselves, I think, this week after watching the film and in practice. And they just got to take accountability. They have to understand, man for man in this offense, they've got to do a better job next time they're on the field.
And that last completion left them short of the sticks. It's third down. Trying to know where to go, and the ball is loose. How about that alert play from the defense to scoop it up? And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own. And the Terrapins line it up with a first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. And they stop him short of the goal line. They'll mark it at 3.
And this is exactly where you want to be as an offensive coordinator. Like when you've got the lead late in the football game, just run the football.
And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run.
Oh, finger, get in.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 20. Finally stopped after a solid return out to the 32. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field.
This
has been a really disappointing performance, David. No question about that. But they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape,
I thought you had a word.
Pointing out, look at this. This was open if we had just ran the...
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about
they recover their own fumble. Somehow, who knows how they got that thing back. When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
And it's almost like playing against yourself, right? You know you're better. You know you're going to win the football game, but how do I continue to still execute? This was so easy. Great execution. Just beat down in every facet.
I think as a player,